This is Sensei Buck Snyder. I'm a martial artist, nature lover, and total nerd. Come have fun with Sensei in the Wild.
Okay guys, we're here and check out this prehistoric looking skull. Look at that creepy looking thing. Look at all those teeth. But what is this?
Just imagine finding a living dinosaur. I did. This type of fish is called a gar, and there are several different breeds of gar in the wild. The specific one is called an alligator gar, and even though it's not technically a dinosaur, the alligator gar is considered to be a living fossil. The alligator gar is ancient. Its species has been around for more than 100 million years, which means it lived during the same time that dinosaurs did. Lake Livingston and the Trinity River are home to more gar than any other place in the world, and this video was taken right here in my backyard in Lake Livingston. This is a small gar, and they vary in size depending on the species. They come up into this area frequently between the months of March and June, basically, to spawn, which means breed and lay their eggs. They come into the shallow waters, mate, and then lay eggs here, and then they'll return to the deep waters after the mating season's over. So there are three major kinds of gar we're going to discuss in this video. The first is the long-nosed gar. It has a very long snout with one row of teeth, has a long cylindrical body with brown on top, lighter on the sides, and a white belly. It has tail, dorsal, and anal fins with large spots. Thick scales cover its entire body. They can grow up to 72 inches long and weigh as much as 50 pounds. They like to eat live minnows, worms, and crawfish. Next, we have the spotted gar. It has a short snout with one row of teeth. It has a long cylindrical body, brown on top, lighter on sides, with a white belly. The entire body and fins are covered with spots, and it has very thick scales. It can grow up to 36 inches long and weigh as much as 25 pounds. They like to eat minnows, worms, and crawfish. And last, we have the infamous alligator gar. It has a short snout with two rows of teeth on upper jaws. It has a very broad head, long cylindrical body, brown on top, yellowish on the bottom, with some spots. It also has very thick scales. It can grow up to 144 inches and can weigh as much as 300 pounds. It likes to eat large minnows, worms, and crawfish.
Okay guys, so this is an alligator gar skull. Check it out. As you can see, it's huge. If you compare it to the size of my hand, it's enormous, right? And this is just the skull. The whole fish from tip of the snout to the tail was 4 feet long, which means it was about a 5-year-old gar. Now, gar can get up to, females can live up to 50 years, and males can live up to 26 years. And some females have gotten up to 12 feet long and can weigh as much as 300 pounds. Now, if you look at this gar skull, there's some cool things about it. If you look at the teeth, the bottom row of teeth are down and they're single. On the top row, there's a double row of teeth. That's unique to the alligator gar. Also, if you look on the tip of the snout, you'll see 2 nose holes. This is 100% a fish, yet it can breathe air through its nose just like a mammal can. And these fish can swim, do breathe underwater, but they can come up to the surface of the water, stick their nose out, suck in a big gulp of air, and then go back down and swim. Which means an alligator gar can survive for up to 2 minutes out of the water up on the land. So alligator gar are really cool. What's neat is these teeth looks like it'd be a pretty ferocious fish, but there has never been one single documented case of an alligator gar attack on a human in the water. Most of the time when people get hurt by an alligator gar is when they catch them when they're fishing, they pull it up in their boat and it's thrashing around and it bites them. But that can be said for any toothed fish. Guys get injured when they're trying to handle it, and it's not the fish's fault. They're trying to struggle and get back in the water. They're not actively biting a human. So this skull is super cool. It's not going to rot anymore. This is the way it's going to stay. And the alligator gar is an extremely cool fish. If you ever get a chance to come up to Livingston or the Trinity River, these guys are all over the place. I recommend you check one out. All right guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you want to. Thanks.